think it's safe to say that I'm a hockey fan. Unfortunately, I'm a terrible skater, so I never played the game in real life, but I have played tons of hockey video games over the years. Some of them, not so great. Some of them, pretty awesome. With that said, I've never played any of the NHL games on Game Boy until now. Today, we are going to take a look at NHL 96 for the Game Boy. Released in 1995, the game received fairly positive reviews on the bigger systems like the Sega Genesis and Super Nintendo, but for the Game Boy, I'm not sure what the heck happened. This game is brutal. First off, the graphics look like someone created this game on an Etch-a-Sketch during an earthquake. When more than a couple players were on the screen at the same time, everything turns into a flickery mess, making it almost impossible to see the puck and figure out what the heck is going on. The sound, oh my gosh, the sound effects are terrible too. It sounds like some random gunshots going off. And the ref's whistle is a horrible screech that was so offensive to my ears as well as those around me.
Ooh, what was that?
That was icing.
Icing?
Yeah.
That hurt my ears.
Me too.
The gameplay is slow and choppy. The players felt heavy and hard to maneuver. It's just awful. Even though I had already decided that I kind of hated this game, I had to at least win the Stanley Cup once. So, to the playoffs I went. Thank goodness one of the playoff modes is a single game elimination style tournament because a best of 7 series would have been so painful. I struggled at first. It seemed like getting the puck and making a good pass was almost impossible. I couldn't get a centering feed to work for nothing. But then I discovered the secret sauce. All you gotta do is get in the offensive zone and shoot the puck. Don't try to pass or set up any sort of fancy play. Just dangle your way into the offensive zone and shoot. And when the O-zone turns into a flickering mess of pixelated garbage, just mash the shoot button and you might get lucky. You will obliterate the other team using this strategy, I promise. I did take a few breaks during my playoff run, so I got to test out the wonderful password save system, which is better than nothing, I guess, but the passwords are so long. And one of the passwords that they gave me didn't work, and I ended up having to replay that game to get another password. But finally, I made it to the Stanley Cup final. It was a nail-biter. The back and forth action was just insane. The hits were huge. The goals were glorious. Okay, no, not really. But I did eventually win the game. So I immediately started recording to catch the presentation of Lord Stanley's Cup. Check it out. That was it? My God. Can you believe that? So disappointing, right? Right back to the main menu. No special music, no congratulations. So overall, I gotta say, you might want to skip this one if you haven't had the pleasure of trying it already. I will admit that every once in a blue moon, I had a sliver of fun, just a sliver. Usually after a breakaway that ended in a big slap shot goal, but those moments didn't come often enough for me to recommend this game. With all of that said and how terrible this game is, I'm not yet giving up hope on NHL Game Boy games. As a matter of fact, I have NHL 2000 right here that I'm going to be reviewing soon, as well as a couple others that are coming in the mail. So hopefully one of those does the NHL proud. So that's it for this rapid review. See you guys next time. Love you, bye.